Always make sure you clear your throat before you speak. The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And a rough one for the Texas Rangers. If there is a downfall as they face the Milwaukee Brewers, it is their defense. Case in point, the game Saturday. The Brewers scored 6 or 7 runs in the 6th. But first, let's tell how we got to that point. Robin Yount gets injured in the 3rd for Milwaukee. Won't matter. Gorman Thomas, a solo shot in the 5th, his 22nd of the year. 1-0 Brewers. In the 6th, the skies just opened up full of Brewer runs. It was a Gorman Thomas fielder's choice to make it 2-0. Paul Molitor then would single home Gorman Thomas to make it 3-0. Then Don Money, a 425-foot 3-run bomb to make it 6-0. Then Larry Heisel, a 2-run bomb to make it 8-0. He's hit 26 homers on the year. 2 errors for the Rangers. Out of those 7 runs, none, that's right, none were earned. In the 7th, Texas sent 7 to the plate. They got 2 runs on 3 hits in a walk. Kurt Bevacqua doubles home Gray to make it 8-1, and Mike Hargrove singled home Bevacqua to make it 8-2. But that's as close as Texas got. Milwaukee hanging on, and that 3-way race in the American League East, they beat the Rangers 8-2. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978. Today, Sunday, July 23rd, it's the Milwaukee Brewers and the Texas Rangers from Arlington Stadium. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation replay needs. Go to DigitalDice.com today and find us on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Steve Comer and Jerry Augustine next. Well, the heat of North Texas is on display today. Not as hot as it was last night for the game that we had. It won't get to 100 degrees, but it is 86. There is a chance of rain here in Arlington, and the wind is blowing out to left field at 6. Steve Comer is making the start. He's looking for his 4th win and has an ERA of 2.41. The Rangers playing game number 95. They are 51-43. Milwaukee will go with Jerry Augustine and his high ERA. The Brewers are 53-40. So that's the situation going in. 2 teams trying to get on top of things, and with a good chance, this could be a preview of the American League Championship Series in a bit. So let's play some baseball on this Tuesday afternoon, shall we? Comer taking his warm-up tosses. This is his 2nd start of the year. He will make 9 more after this. He is 3-0 with an ERA of 2.41. He has yet to face the Brewers. His only start came on July 17th against Baltimore. 8 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So Comer is throwing 59 2/3 innings, 63 hits, 2 homers. He's 23 runs, 16 earned. He's walked 20 and struck out 44. And that fastball goes at 90, and he's a ground ball pitcher. How you doing, Mr. Forsberg? And this will be the lineup that Steve Comer will face. Robin Yount at short will lead it off. Don Money is at 2nd. May, the DH, will bat 3rd. Larry Heisel is in left field. He'll clean it up. Ben Ogilvie is in right. He'll bat 5th. Sal Bando is at 3rd. He'll go 6th. Gorman Thomas, with the 2 homers yesterday, will bat 7th in center field. Andy Muser, or Tony Muser, is at 1st. He'll bat 8th, so no Cecil Cooper in the lineup. Buck Martinez will bat 9th and stay behind the plate. and Augustine should go about 120 pitches. Defensively for the Rangers, Al Oliver a 5 and a 7 in left. Juan Beniquez a 9 and a 7 in center. Bobby Bonds a 7 and an 8 in right. That Ranger outfield is pretty gosh darn good. Kurt Bavacqua is a 6 at third. Bert Campaneris an 8 at short. Bump Wills a 7 at second. Mike Hargrove might get his wish. It is supposed to rain. The human rain delay is an 8 at first. Jim Sundberg is a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. And Comer is only a 2 on the mound, but a .966 fielding percentage. How you doing, Tribe fan? So Robin Yount steps in at 302, 7 homers and 32 RBI, 86 hot, sticky here in Arlington. And if you're wondering where Arlington is, where the Cowboys play now, but between Fort Worth and Dallas is more towards Fort Worth. Pitch to Yount is a base hit up the middle. And Campaneris couldn't get a stop on that, and that's a leadoff single for Yount. Brings up Don Money at 285, 9 homers and 37 RBI. Good-sized crowd here. Technically a night game, as the Rangers would do, because that's when it stays cooler. Can't imagine what it would have been in the middle of a July afternoon. And remember, there is no shade here at the ballpark. It's all open. Pitch to Money. Struck him out. Comer got him on a 1-2 on the outside corner. So one away for Dave May. That must be Lee's brother, right? At 188, a home run and 7 RBI. Comer's pitch, and there's a fly ball to right. Bonds will come in. Yount retreats back to first, 2 away. For Larry Heisel, at 309, 26 homers and 65 RBI. Comer deals. Heisel pops it up left side. Campaneris on the grass will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Brewers get a hit and leave a man, but they do not score. After half an inning, Milwaukee nothing. Here comes Texas. Don't mess with Texas. So Jerry Augustine has pitched his weight and more. He is 10 and 6 with a 3.29 ERA. He's making start number 21, only 9 left on the year. He has not faced the Rangers. His last start was 5 days ago against the White Sox, a 5-hit shutout where he struck out 3. So in 147 and 2/3 innings, he allowed 146 hits, 7 home runs, 69 runs in total, 54 earned. He walked 44 and struck out 54. Fastball pitcher at 85, and he does throw a ground ball. He has won his last 5 decisions. His last loss came to the Blue Jays on June 14th. So here's the lineup he'll face. Bert Campaneris, Y, will lead off and bat short. Juan Beniquez in center field will bat second. Jim Sundberg will bat third and catch. Al Oliver cleans up and left. Bobby Bonds in right field will go fifth. He normally leads off. Kurt Bavacqua is at third base. There's something about a Kurt Bavacqua bubble. He'll bat sixth. Gray, the DH, will go seventh. Bump Wills at second, bats eighth. Mike Hargrove, the rain delay, will bat ninth and play first. And Comer threw 13 pitches in his half of the first inning. Defensively for Milwaukee, Heisel a 6 and a 4 in left. Gorman Thomas a 7 and a 4 in center. Ben Ogilvie a 5 and a 7 in right. Sal Bando a 6 at third. Robin Yount an 8 at short. No Paul Molitor to start the ball game. Don Money is 6 at second. And Muser is a 4 at first. Buck Martinez a 5 and a 5 behind the plate. Augustine should not commit an error, and his range is an 8. And so with all that, Campaneris at 231, 2 homers, and 38 RBI. Already has doubled and changed his real-life number in RBIs. And here's a little looper that's going to get down in the outfield. Picked up by Thomas, and that's a single. So the Rangers start this one with a hit. Here's Beniquez at 248. 5 homers and 19 RBI. Augustine throws to first. Can't be back. Now goes to Beniquez. Into left field. Back goes Heisel, and he'll make the catch. Campy scampers back. 1 out for Sundberg at 258. 3 homers and 23 RBI. Throw to first. Again, Campaneris back. Sundberg just waves the bat back and forth. Ground ball to Bando. Money for 1 over to Muser, and that should be a double play. It is. So they go around the horn, does Milwaukee. 5-4-3. And after 1, there's no score. So Ogilvy, Bando, and Thomas to face Comer here in the second. Ogilvy at 265. 5 homers and 21 RBI. Pitch to Ben is a ground ball to Campy over to Hargrove. And that is 1 out. So a bang-bang play gets the out. Here's Bando. Sal at 296, 6 homers and 36 RBI. And there's a ground ball base hit through the middle, and that's the second hit for the Brewers. So here's Thomas hitting 303. Imagine that. He only hit 246 on the real year. 22 homers and 65 RBI. Ball 4. Comer lost him on a curveball outside and high. And that brings up Tony Muser. Look at the airbrushing on that hat. That's just terrible. He's hitting 133 with a triple and 2 RBI. Runners on first and second. Line drive to right. Bonds is going to dive and makes the catch on the grass. He dove for it in the alley, and he said, looky what I got. 2 out. And Bando and Thomas scamper back. Here's Buck Martinez at 250. No homers and 19 RBI. The pitch. Ground ball base hit left side. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Martinez is in with a double. Bando will score, and the Brewers go up 1-0. That brings up Robin Yount, who singled his first time up. So Comer making his second start of the year. 9 batters on 29 pitches and an inning and 2/3. He's given up 3 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. So 2 on, 2 out for Yount, who singled his first time up. And there's a chopper down to third. Bavacqua better hurry over to first. Yount is safe, and they're going to give him a hit. He just beat out the throw, and the run scores. So Thomas will score. 2-0 Milwaukee. Here in the top of the second. Don Money struck out his first time up. The pitch. And there's a liner in the center field. Martinez scores. Money goes in with a double. And it's 3-0 Milwaukee. So they're cheering in Kansas City. Oh, that's the game we had last night. The Royals beat the Red Sox. Here's Dave May. He's 0 for 1. Struck him out. Comer got him on an 0-2 fastball in the inside corner. But the Brewers played 3 on 4 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Milwaukee. So Oliver, Bonds, and Bavacqua. Oliver at 324, his real life number. 10 homers and 50 RBI. Al, ground ball to second. Money over to first. 1 out. Bobby Bonds at 236. 11 homers since being traded from the White Sox. And 43 RBI. Lorenzo, where are you? Bonds, base hit left side, opposite field. Heisel will pick it up on a hop, and Bobby's on with the second hit. Brings up Bavacqua at 172, a homer, and 13 RBI. There goes Bonds. Martinez throws down the money, and that was a money tag as he is retired. So they pitched out, and Bonds is retired 2-4. So a 1-0 count to Bavacqua, nobody on. Wind's now blowing out to left at 12. Kurt, ground ball to third. Bando over to Muser. And that will retire the side. So the Rangers get a single and have Bobby Bonds thrown out trying to steal. After 2, it's 3-0 Milwaukee. So here are the standings. The Dodgers beat the Cardinals last night, and so they go to 60-37. They've won 2 straight. Cincinnati is 7.5 back. Houston has faded. They've lost 5 straight and are now 9.5 back. Philadelphia has won 3 straight. They lead Pittsburgh by 3.5 in the National League East. In the West, Kansas City beat Boston. Texas lost to Milwaukee, and so Kansas City has a half-game lead over the Rangers. 2.5 over the slumping Angels. Minnesota and Chicago are 4 back. And in the East, Milwaukee's in second. They're tied with Baltimore. 2 back behind the Yankees. And the Red Sox are moving to Washington. Heisel 0 for 1. Pitch from Comer. And there's a line drive right to Hargrove, who leaps and makes the catch. 1 out. Brings up Ogilvy, who's 0 for 1. Ben hits this one in the left. Oliver comes in opposite field, and there's 2 out. So a better inning for Comer. We'll now bring up Bando, who singled and scored in the second. And Bando gets hit. Flips the bat. Got him in the midsection on a 2-2. There was no intent there. And that brings up Gorman Thomas, who walked and scored in the second. Pitch from Comer. And there's a little looper in the left field that's going to get down for a base hit. Bando's going to meander over to third. And Thomas is on with a 2-out single. So 6 hits off of Comer. And there's runners on the corners for Tony Muser, who's 0 for 1. Chat's awful quiet today. Pitch to Tony. Ground ball foul, first base side. And the count is full, 3-2. Comer delivers, and there's a ground ball to Wills. Over to Hargrove at first, and that will retire the side. Brewers threaten no runs, a hit, and the hit batsman. They strand 2 after 2.5, 3-0 Milwaukee. So Gary Gray, that picture was taken at Old Yankee Stadium. Gary 1 for 4 on the year. He played his first game of the year last night. He doubled and scored. On the real year in 50 at-bats, he hit .240, 2 homers and 6 RBI. And there's a base hit left center field. Gray will hold it first. Tribe fan says hi. You get to work in an air-conditioned office today, I hope. 89 degrees here in Burlington this afternoon. Here's Bump Wills at 251. 8 homers and 30 RBI. Andrew, how you doing in Louisville? Pitch to Bump. Ball 4. So runners on first and second for Hargrove at 297. 7 homers and 44 RBI. It's pretty warm up here. Of course, Dummy Me had jalapenos on the Subway sandwich today, too, so. Pitch to Hargrove is into shallow right center. Thomas rides the Schwinn. He comes in and makes a shoe top catch. How about that? So, Gray and Wills will hold and throw 9 batters. Jerry Augustine is at 30 pitches. 2 1/3 innings. 3 hits and a walk. Campanera singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. 3-0 Brewers, bottom of the third here in Arlington. Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen up here, Tribe. We're supposed to have 3 or 4 days, Tim, of nasty weather, followed by thunderstorms on Friday, and then the low 60s for the weekend, or for Monday. Pitch to Campaneris is a ground ball to Money. Might be 2. Yount for 1, and Campaneris isn't going to get thrown out. So 2 out. Wills is forced for Beniquez, who is 0 for 1. So Money to Yount goes 4-6 on the card. 2 out, 3-0 Milwaukee. Pitch to Beniquez, who's 0 for 1. Line drive to third. Bando's there. And that will retire the side. Rangers, no run, a hit, and no errors. They leave a runner on. Actually, I think they left 2 on after 3. It's 3-0 Milwaukee. So Buck Martinez, who had an RBI double his first time up, Yount and Money to face Comer here in the 4th. Pitch from Steve, struck him out. Tipped in the glove of Mr. Sundberg, and that's the 3rd for Comer. Waiting for the rain to come in here into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Wind blowing out now at 12. Yount, by the way, 2 for 2. He singled twice and driven in a run. Comer threw 18 batters on 61 pitches and 3 1/3 innings. He's allowed 6 hits. All 3 runs for Milwaukee have been earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 3. Pitch to Yount. Struck him out. Got him on an 0-2 curve on the inside corner. And that's 2 away. For Don Money, who's doubled, struck out, and drove in his 38th of the year. He's 1 for 2. Comer from the wind into center. Beniquez has it for the out. So the Brew Crew go down in order in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the inning. It's 3-0 Milwaukee. So Sundberg, Oliver, and Bonds to face Augustine here in the inning. Sundberg grounded into a double play his first time up. Pitch from Jerry is a ground ball to Muser. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 out for Oliver, who's 0 for 1. Augustine fires, and there's a slow roller to Muser. He'll underhand it to the pitcher. Augustine keeps his foot on the bag, and there's 2 out for Bobby Bonds, who singled and then was caught stealing. Bad, Uncle Ron. Very bad. Pitch to Bobby is a ground ball to Yount over to first. Bobby can run, and he beat it out. He beat it out. It got caught on that slow grass here in Texas, and by the time that Yount picked it up, he had to throw a bang-banger to first, and the eyelash went in the way of Bobby Bonds and not Mr. Yount. Here's Bavacqua. He's 0 for 1. Throw to first. Bonds is back. Artie was thrown out trying to steal once. 2 out, bottom of the 4th. 3-0 Milwaukee. Pitch to Bavacqua. Slow roller up the middle. Yount flings it over to first, and that should and will retire the side. Rangers strand a runner on a hit, and after 4, it's 3-0 Milwaukee. So Dave May, Larry Heisel, and Ben Ogilvie here in the 5th. Comer has not lost a game this year. Yeah, home cooking didn't help him, though. He is 3-0, Mr. Comer is. May is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. To Wills on the edge of the grass, over to Highgrove for the out. That brings up Heisel, who's 0 for 2. Comer's pitch, and there's a ground ball to Bavacqua. That's a slow roller over to first, across the way to Hargrove, and that's 2 out. So Ben Ogilvy, who's 0 for 2, with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Pitch from Comer. There's a base hit left center field. Oliver will grab it. Ogilvy has the opposite field single, and that should have been a play by Oliver. I don't think he came in fast enough. So that brings up Bando, 7th hit for the Brewers. Sal has singled and scored and was hit by a pitch. Comer's delivery struck him out. He got him on a 1-2 fastball at 90, and so we're halfway home. It's the Brewers 3, the Rangers nothing. Well, the Brewers had a big second inning. Buck Martinez with a double to score Sal Bando. Robert Yount brought home Gorman Thomas on a single, and then Don Money doubled home Martinez, and that's how he got the runs. Augustine, 4 innings, 4 hits, and a walk. Comer, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 5. As Gary Gray settles in the box, he singled Boost Mobile and Chex Mix. I think $1.25 short, by the way, of the 100 from Twitch. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. They've left 6 on. 4 no runs, 4 hits, no errors for Texas. They've left 3 on. Ballpark is playing big, even with the heat. Lefties a -6 batting average. Righties right on the number. And home runs are pretty even. They're low. -13 for the Brewer, or for the lefties, and -14 for the righties. Pitch to Gray is into left center. Thomas is there. He'll make the catch. 1 out. For Bump Wills, who walked his first time up. I like Chex Mix. The hot and spicy one's pretty good. Of course, the best is the homemade. Pitch to Wills is a ground ball to Yount over to Muser. And there's 2A. But if you're going to buy the stuff, I recommend the original. I love the bagel chips. The little pumpernickel chips. And of course, I always try to save the Chex that drowned in the coating. I save those for last. Mike Hargrove is 0 for 1. Augustine's pitch, and there's right back to Jerry over to first, and that will retire the side. So the Rangers go down in order again. We've played 5. It's Milwaukee 3, Texas nothing. Gorman Thomas will lead us off. Walked and scored along with a single. Walked in the second. Pitch to Gorman. Struck him out. Got him on an 0-2 off-speed pitch. He swung on that way too early. He was trying to think fastball and instead got the Scrooge. Here's Muser, who's 0 for 2. And there's a ground ball to Bavacqua across the way to Hargrove for the out. A comfortable 82 degrees now here in Arlington. Buck Martinez, 1 for 2. He has doubled and struck out. 2 out, top of the 6th, 3-0 Milwaukee. Top of the lineup coming up for Texas. Buck strikes out. He got him on an 0-2 off-speed pitch on the inside corner, and Comer just kind of smiles as he heads back to the dugout. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 5.5. It's 3-0 Brewers. So top of the lineup for the Rangers here. Campaneris 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Augustine threw 18 batters, 61 pitches, 5 innings, 4 hits, and a walk. Has not struck out anybody. Pitch to Campaneris. There's a base hit into center field. He's going for 2. The throw to Yount. And Campy slides in for the double. So the 5th hit for the Rangers. And a leadoff double for Juan Beniquez, who's 0 for 2. And that's in the left or right center, rather. Thomas will go back. Campy goes to tag. He'll bluff. Won't go. Jim Sundberg, 0 for 2. Now, Sundberg's hat there with the oversized tee. Doesn't that look like the Toledo Mud Hens hat that Jamie Farr wore as Klinger on match? Ball 4. So runner on first and second, 1 out for Oliver. Al is 0 for 2. Tribe fan, you are from the great state of Ohio. Do the Mud Hens actually wear the same hats as the Texas Rangers, or was that some artistic license? Martinez and Augustine have a few words. Pitch to Oliver is a liner into right field. Ogilvy's there. 2 out. For Bobby Bonds, who's 2 for 2, he is singled twice and was thrown out trying to steal. So, Campy on second, Sundberg on first. Pitch to Bonds is into left field. Heisel comes in. He'll make the catch to retire the side. So the Rangers leave 2 on. Comer giving me the fatigue warning as we go to the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's still the Brewers 3, the Rangers nothing. All right, different part of Ohio. Toledo's an hour and a half from Cleveland and didn't usually follow them. Okay. So Robin Yount looking like doing his best Sean Penn from Fast Times impression there. Yo, Mr. And. The funniest part of that movie was getting the pizza delivered to class. We won't say anything about dating Phoebe Cates. Yount 2 for 3. He is singled twice and driven in a run. Steve Comer, 93 pitches through 27 batters. 6 hits, or 6 innings rather. 7 hits. Old walk, and he is fan 7. Speaking of Phoebe Cates, did you know she's married to Kevin Kline? Pitch to Yount is a ground ball to Bavacqua. Over to first. Yount can run, and he's out. That was an eyelash one. That was a tough throw, and Hargrove kept the foot on the bag. 1 out. Yep. They got married in 1989. And he certainly is a lucky SOB. She's 56 now, you know that? Here's Bunny, who's 1 for 3. He's doubled and drove in a run. Nobody on, 1 out. Top the 7th. And that's the type of stuff that you don't hear about on the Fortnite streams. Pitch to Money is a ground ball to Bavacqua. Second verse, same as the first. And there's 2 out. Yep, absolutely, he outkicked his coverage. But good for them to be married as long as they have been. Here's Dave May. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pitch into right center. Beniquez moves over, and it's stretch time. No runs, no hits, no errors. Have a Dr. Pepper, my friends. 3-0 Milwaukee. You gotta think, though, especially now that, you've had boobies in movies for years. You know, you do a scene where you show your goods, and you're young. And Bavakva, by the way, is 0 for 2. Pitched from Augustine is ball 4. And it makes you wonder, if you have a kid, what do you do when the kid watches your movie? And there you are, young and cute, and whatever, and you're showing what God gave you. Try to explain that one to your child, huh? Winds have died down. It's now at 3 miles an hour from right to left. Runner on first is Bavakwa, and it's a very comfortable 79 here in Arlington. Gary Gray is 1 for 2 with a single. Pitch to Gary is a ground ball to third. Bando to Money for 1. Over to Muser. And that is a double play. Call it 2. So 5-4-3 as they go around the horn. And that brings up Bump Wills, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. They've left 6 on. The Rangers, no runs, 5 hits, and no errors. And they've left on 5. Pitch to Wills. Little chopper down to Muser. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors again. We go to the 8th. It's 3-0 Milwaukee. Halle Berry telling that to her children would be interesting, especially the monster ball scene. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Larry Heisel is 0 for 3. Palmer delivers, and there's a base hit into right field. Bonds will pick it up. 8th hit. Comer trying to get through the 8th. Ben Ogilvie is 1 for 3. Has himself a single. Little ground ball to Bavakwa. Only play is to first. Maybe. Ogilvie running, and he beat it out. So that brings up Sal Bando. So the Brewers have 2 singles and nobody out here in the 8th. They lead 3-0. Heisel on second, Ogilvie on first. Pitch to Bando is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball to third. Wills for 1. Hargrove for 2. Yes! They got it. They turned it. So again, 5-4-3. Brings up Gorman Thomas, who's 1 for 2. Has walked and struck out and scored. Top of the order coming up for Texas in the bottom of the inning. Sundberg and Comer will have a few words. Comer says, I like barbecue. Thomas says that's a line drive to third, but Bavakwa is there, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. There was that one time at band camp, by the way. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Milwaukee 3, Texas nothing. So Hargrove, Campaneris, and Beniquez to face Augustine here in the bottom of the 8th. Hargrove is 0 for 2. Pitch. And there's a ground ball to third. Bando over to first for the out. We are having a monstrously fast ball game. Campaneris is 2 for 3. Got himself a single and a double. Hitting 236 now. Ground ball to Money over to first. And there's 2 out. For Beniquez, who's 0 for 3. So Augustine looking for his 11th win. Now look at his real-life ERA of 4.5. And now in the replay, it's at 3.13. Pitch to 1 is a line drive to third. Bando's there, and that will retire the side. Gonna go with the bullpen here. Muser, Martinez, and Yount. Here in the 9, 3-0 Milwaukee. So complete games all around. Paul Lindblad will come in. Paul 4-3, 41 2/3 innings. An ERA of 3.67. Only available for another week. Has faced Milwaukee now 3 times, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits. 1 run, it was not earned. Lindblad last pitched 5 days ago against the Orioles. Went an inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a no decision, and a strikeout. So 41 2/3 innings, 48 hits, 2 homers, 19 runs, 17 earned. He's walked 9 and struck out 25. And that fastball is at 88, and he is a ground ball plus pitcher. Helps if you hit the right button. Muser is 0 for 3. Martinez and Yount to follow. And Sixto Lezcano will pinch hit. Sixto at 279, 10 homers, and 43 RBI. The pitch into left field. Back goes Oliver to the track, and he'll make the catch on the warning track. 1 out. Leaned back, leaned against the wall there for a split second. Brings up Buck Martinez, who is 1 for 3. A double. Has struck out twice, scored, and driven in his 20th run. Into left. Oliver in the corner. Has it for the second out. Sundberg, Oliver, and Bonds for the Rangers, by the way, in the bottom of the 9th. Robin Yount, 2 for 4. Has singled twice, struck out, and drove in a run. So we're in the top of the 9th at 12:41 Eastern, 9:41 Pacific. And the Brewers and Jerry Augustine are in the middle of shutting down the Rangers. Pitch to Yount. That's a base hit up the middle. And that's the 10th hit. 7 stranded by Milwaukee. 5 for Texas. Don Money, 1 for 4. Struck out once and doubled. So, 10 hits for the Brewers. Ball 4. Lindblad not really happy with that call. Full count was low and outside, and that'll bring up Dave May. Now you wonder what Milwaukee will do here. He is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Lorenzo listened to episode 23 of Digital Dice, so that was sometime last year. Heard 2 interesting things. That Dave Gardner admitting that Boston is the only team that cheats. And that Ron, I wonder who that is. That's a fictional Ron, by the way, is a professional pot stirrer. Yes, I am. Pitch to May is into right center. Beniquez goes back. He'll make the catch. No, he won't. He dropped the ball. Yount will score. Money goes to third. Beniquez, who's a 9 out there, couldn't quite snow cone it. Certainly no wind to speak of. Just kind of a lack of concentration, and that's a big insurance run for Milwaukee. It's now 4-0. So that brings up High Sell, who is 1 for 4. Lorenzo 40 minutes late to the ball game and dares to give me some guff. They are illuminating. That's why we like doing them. And of course, Lorenzo gave out the 5 community subs a couple days ago. We missed you last night, buddy. It's called Chutzpah. Yep, you got that in spades. Pitch to High Sell. Struck him out. 2-2, swung on and missed for strike 3. You watch the replay. Okay. You saw how wonderful I did with the Boston Red Sox. All right, so Sundberg, well, half of it, yeah. So Sundberg, Oliver, and Bonds to face Augustine, who's looking for the complete game. He's looking for win number 11. Sundberg is 0 for 2 with a walk. Jim Gantner, by the way, comes in the game and to play first. He'll bat 8th. He's a 2 at first. Pitch to Sundberg. Slow roller down over to Gantner or Gantner. Blah, blah. You got me doing it, and he beat it out. So the home cooking, as Mr. Forsberg said, works for the Rangers here. Here's Oliver, 0 for 3. Pitch from Augustine. Oliver into right. Ogilvie will come in. Sundberg goes back to first, 1 out. So an error for the Rangers, along with that run for Milwaukee. Bobby Bonds, 2 for 3. Single twice. 1 out. Bavacqua on deck. Pitch to Bobby. Got away from Martinez, and Sundberg is going to try to go. The throw down the money. In time. In time. It got away. Sundberg tried to move, and they throw him out. So a 1-2 count to Bobby Bonds. And the Brewers look like they're about to keep pace. Pitch to Bobby is into center field. Thomas is there, and Jerry Augustine has shut out the Texas Rangers. So Robin Yount goes 3 for 5. But Jerry Augustine is our digital dice player of the game. He throws a 6-hit shutout. Didn't strike out a batter. 6 hits and 3 walks. Steve Comer gave up 9 hits through 8. 3 runs, walked 1, and struck out 7. And Lindblad gave up the unearned run in the 9th. And so Texas has given up 12 runs the last 2 games, but only 4 are earned. If the Rangers fall short, and I suspect that they probably will, defense is going to be one of the big reasons. So, let's play the rest of the day in baseball, shall we? A light Sunday on the schedule. Oh, that's because I was looking at the wrong spot. Detroit shuts out California. Dave Rozema throws a 3-hitter, 3-0 there. Steve Kemp with his 14th of the year. Oakland downs Toronto 7-6. Bob Lacey goes to 3-8. Tony Armas with 2 doubles. Houston 5, Philadelphia 4. Tom Dixon goes to 7-4 on the year. Ron Reed takes the loss. And Cruz goes 3 for 4 with a double. Cincinnati 3, Montreal 1. Tom Seaver goes to 13-4. Garman takes the loss. However, Steve Rogers throws 7 innings of no decision ball, 3 hits and 5 strikeouts. Atlanta 2, New York 1. Larry McWilliams gets his first win. Jerry Koosman goes to 7-9. Koosman 7 1/3 innings of 3-hit ball. He struck out 6. The Sarge, Gary Matthews with his 14th home run. Yankees 3, White Sox 1. Sparky Lila, 10-game winner. Willie Randolph 3 for 5 with a double and a stolen base. Kansas City 2, Boston 1. Bob Stanley takes the loss. Rich Gale with the win. He goes to 6-5. Amos Otis 3 for 4. Minnesota stuns Baltimore 8-1. Gary Sarum wins his 11th of the year. Jim Palmer takes the loss. And Powell goes 4 for 5. That's not nice. Bite your tongue. Well, there was one doubleheader. California and Detroit in Game 2. Nolan Ryan beats the Tigers 6-2. Don Baylor with his 20th of the year. Ryan now 7-9. In 10 innings at Dodger Stadium, the Cardinals beat Terry Forster 5-4 in 10 innings. Keith Hernandez with 2 solo shots. He now has 9 on the year. And Schultz takes the win. He goes to 4-6. Pittsburgh's beat San Francisco 3-1. John Candelaria goes to 6-5. Dave Parker 2 for 4 with a triple. And finally, the Cubs beat the Padres 6-0. Dennis Lamp not only shuts out the Padres, he goes 2 for 3 with a double. So, standings as we head into the 24th. Philadelphia by 2.5 over Pittsburgh. The Dodgers now at 60-38. They did take 2 out of 3 from St. Louis, so you'll take that. Cincinnati 6.5 back. Houston 8.5 back. San Diego 9.5 down. San Francisco 10.5 down. Atlanta, the Falcons are already in training camp. In the American League East, the Yankee lead over Milwaukee is 2. Minnesota's win over Baltimore puts them 3 back. No one else is within 10. In fact, Cleveland has tied Boston at 45-49. That is terrible. In the West, the Royals by 1.5 now over the Rangers, 3 over California, who split their doubleheader. The Twins are 4 back. The Chi Sox are 5 back. Tomorrow, we'll play a game tomorrow at noon, 9 Pacific. Tomorrow, the Yankees and Royals in Kansas City. Tomorrow for you. The Dodgers will host the Cubbies. The Mets have the Cincies. Tomorrow. We'll see you all tomorrow. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. And have yourself a good day. If there's no support chat, which I don't think there's going to be, I'm going to tape something else. So that's what we got for you. So be good to each other, and we'll see you soon. So tomorrow at noon, the Yankees and the Royals live from Kansas City. Until then, be good to each other. We'll talk to you then.